Investigation and repair of a B&K 2250. The aim is to take the screen from this one. It's got a broken power supply socket and it had a broken microphone, but the screen's okay. And place the screen in this one, which has got a smashed screen, but it's got a working power supply and microphone's fine. So and also the output audio red lead connector is broken, so we might be able to salvage the one off this one and attach it into this one. Until we open it up, we don't know. There appears to be 4, I don't know what you call them, caps, plastic caps over the screw holes. I've tried plucking them out with a knife, pliers, so on. It's not happening. So I'm going to drill a tiny hole in, try and pluck it out with a screw or something, see how that goes. Brilliant. Okay, so I'll do that 4 times. There might be 2 others there, but I'm not too sure if that's just a part of the case moulding or if it's actually another pair of caps. But I'll continue with these 4 screws first. Okay, sometimes useful to undo the screws halfway and just give stuff a wiggle rather than just whizzing things apart and then snapping all kinds of wires and stuff. Currently not budging at all. Makes me think there might be some other screws and things. And there's 2 tiny screws in there. I'm just having a feel in these stickers. Sometimes the screw's hidden underneath stickers, but this has been apart in the factory before, so Did recover the stickers, maybe. I've just had a look on eBay and there's some fronts for sale for a 2250. As you can see in the image, there appears to be a whole bunch of other screws. So I'm going to investigate removing a few more of those caps off the back. There we go, some movement. As I said before, leave the screws in halfway, just take them all out now. There's still some resistance at the bottom end, which is not obvious at the minute. What's keeping that together? I suspect there might be something under this cap here, which I'll have a look. Right, it seems that you can put a flat screwdriver in there and force the top to slide forwards. I'm not sure if it's going to come off or not. Bottom as well. You can see it coming away here. There we go. So this bottom section came off. No, mine screws is still connected. And that one, there we go. Feels like that should just lift out. I should say it looks like it should lift out. feels quite stuck. Okay. Pull the top out there, it comes apart. Magic. So pay attention to this multi-pin connector and the socket that it goes in. As these are both the same model, I'm kind of assuming that this top will fit in this one, and we'll have a fixed screen, relatively straightforward. The only other thing to investigate is possibly desoldering that and resoldering it into this one, because the audio cable snapped off inside it. I realised I wasn't facing the camera. The audio cable snapped off in there, so I'll desolder this one, put it in there. Appears to be just 2 screws holding this circuit board to this circuit board. There must be another connection somewhere. It might just be a socket or something keeping them together. You can feel it's loose. There's definitely a socket halfway holding them together. There we go, that one. I want that one. There's a clock battery there, which could be replaced. If you find that you're losing data and memory and stuff like that, it tends to be a repair you can do in a sound level meter. So it does. Looks like we can desolder this socket from the circuit board there and resolder it into there. So to desolder this socket, I've got these helping hands clips to hold on to the board. Got this audio connector I made, which can just be an RCA cable straight into a 2250. I'm just going to put that in to act as a little bit of weight, a little bit of a lever, a little bit of a heat sink. I'll try and desolder these 6 little solder points. It's often useful to add a little bit of solder first to then take it away. printed circuit boards have like a coating. It needs melting. Which I find quite useful just to stick some solder on top. Get it moving. Turn up the heat. Don't spend too long on each point, just keep moving, keep spreading the heat. Eventually it'll soak through and they'll let go. Bit by bit I've just been adding solder and sucking it off, and eventually it will remove the solder from the contacts, but it's not being good. The solder sucker's not really working. So next is to try some wicking wire. See if this will soak it up. Not really had much success with this stuff in the past though. No, I don't get it. Wicking wire. The solder's supposed to suck up into it. Soldering iron's on 450 degrees. Soaked up a little bit, but not convinced. Now just stuck it on. No. I think the answer might just be to buy a new socket. with a combination of the wicking wire and the solder sucker, I've managed to remove as much as I can, but the socket's not going anywhere. So either a new socket or just not bother. We'll replace the screen and leave it there. No. No. That's the most we're going to get off. After a lot of messing around, it's just not worth it. Trying to remove that. It doesn't matter messing about with this one because it's actually broken, but I don't see how I can get it off the one this one that actually works. So all we're going to do is put a new front on this one, call it a day. So microphone out. Remove the battery. Drill these plastic plugs out. Screw a screw in and pull them out. Two tiny screws in the bottom. Six bigger screws. And then lever this bottom panel out towards. With the bottom panel removed, the whole lot should just come apart. Now, and of course, if you've got calibration stickers on the side, unfortunately, you have to split them. Part numbers and everything look the same. Don't lose this little rubber ring because it'll waterproof the microphone and preamp. Oh yeah. Take the stylus out. Just lever it gently from the side here where the long multi-pin connector is, and it should just lift out. There we go. So this is the broken screen. That's the non-broken screen. Curiously, this has got a gold lining and that's got a silver lining. You can see the date of manufacturer on the gold one is November 2011 and the silver one is November 2017. Parts numbers on these stickers are a bit different, but really they look the same. Reassemble it. Hope for the best. Lining it up's a little tricky. You can see the multi-pin socket down the edge. Make sure that lines up really carefully. There we go. You'll feel it just slide into place. The rear panel of this one is December 2011. The rear panel of this one is November 2017. But they look identical. Rubber ring in. screws back in and see how we get on. I'm assuming that the front panel for many are compatible with each other regardless of when they were made. Okay. Ends panel. Okay, so the end panel actually would go in and out even with these big screws in place. It's just the little ones holding it in. Put the microphone in, double check that rubber ring's not wonky. Oh, yeah, lines up, slides in. Seems to be okay. Found a better screwdriver. That red one's a bit rubbish. This yellow one's the correct one. Tiny screws back in the bottom. Stylus goes in there. These little plugs. You can push them back in. But maybe if you ask B&K nicely, they might give you some new ones. I might charge you 500 quid for them. Battery in place. On switch. Turn this light up. So far so good. There we go. Oh shit, it says, contact your local B&K sales representative and provide the following information. Instrument type 2250, serial number 3007292, error code, blah 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 blah. And I guess we have to type the code in and unlock it. What an ass. But otherwise, I see no reason why it won't work. Finished.